All right, let's go over how to do a precise lunge. Now that's very important because there's a couple types of lunges, two particular that I'm gonna talk about. The first one is a traditional lunge, just an easy kind of step out lunge or a stationary lunge. The other one is what's called a track lunge, which is a little bit closer together. Now we're not gonna get as deep in that one, but I'll show you how to do it. The first thing is if you do a traditional lunge, you gotta make sure you warm up. Do you hear me? Warm up. The reason why is you can't just walk in here and start doing lunges without stretching it out. So you can do something like dropping to a knee and pushing your hips forward and stretching out those quads, which actually looks like a lunge. And you can also take a look at my previous videos, how to foam roll your calves, quads, and how to foam roll your glutes, because you use all three of those areas to really load your hips, knees, and ankles as you do this lunge. The second thing we really need to do while we do a lunge after we warm up is we have to be symmetrical. When we do lunges, you want to make sure that you're going to go ahead and walk, okay, with your hip width as opposed to doing kind of like a tightrope action, which really throws your body off balance. That's very unnatural, although when we perform a lunge, that tends to be what most people gravitate to. They want to actually go like a single file line as opposed to two different train tracks. The train track method is much better for your hips and more functional in every sport, especially walking naturally. So the third thing we want to do, and this is very important, the third thing is the depth of your squat, your lunge. The depth of your lunge really is determined by your flexibility. So if you can get all the way down, that's fine. But if you cannot, that's okay too. So if you do a step out lunge and can only go halfway, that's okay. If you go slow, gravity will help your body get there. Be patient. Your thighs, your body really will thank you if you decide to do that method. The fourth thing is slow to fast progression. Always start off slow and then you can go fast. Some of my lady clients who are very flexible can go ahead and go a little quicker, because the more flexible you are, the easier the tissues slide. But if you're not very flexible, don't even try to go fast, okay? So this is what we're gonna do. Start off with what's called a stationary lunge. So your right foot will be forward, your back foot is in the same exact place that your hip would be if you just go ahead and step back, okay? We wanna make sure you keep the back heel up. This foot right here, you gotta keep this heel flat. When we drop down, okay, we're going straight down like an elevator. We're not going forward like an escalator. So down like an elevator, shoulder blades back, abs tight, flat foot up. Straight down, straight up, or as far as you can go comfortably. Obviously we go to the other side. You can also do a step out lunge. A step out lunge looks like this. You step out, drop down, push back up. You step out, right back up. So you're actually coming back forward. That's actually a little bit, or backwards. It's a little bit more difficult than a stationary lunge. Now the third thing, a track lunge, actually brings your feet a little bit closer together, and your knee would actually start right where your front heel of this right foot would be. So you would get almost in a track stance, come straight up, right back down, straight up. Notice how my shoulder blades are back. This really takes a lot of flexibility, and that's not something for beginners. So if you do martial arts, if you do a lot of track sprinting, that's a type of lunge that may be appropriate for you. But for an everyday person in the gym, that's not appropriate. So I wanted to kind of show you a couple different types of lunges, but the most important thing is to warm up. Then make sure that you're symmetrical. Then make sure that your depth is based on your flexibility. And the fourth thing is go slow to fast, and you're gonna have a great time and be a master at those lunges. Enjoy, take this, and add it into your workout. Subscribe, share if somebody else needs to get some more help. And we just want to keep this movement going, baby. Fitness is important for everybody, especially you and everybody you know. Enjoy, be healthy, be well, move purposeful and precise.